Hello, Flosstube. I'm back. I meant to make another video mid-February. February was a disaster. So, I didn't get to it. I'm sorry. But I've got stuff to show you today. A lot of stuff. So, let's get to it. So, the first thing I want to address is it's getting warmer outside. The dealers are out in full force. So, you go out, have cash. It's Girl Scout cookie time. Got mine today. If you buy 5 boxes, at least this is the way it is in my area. I assume it's this way nationwide. In my area, if you buy 5 boxes for $20, they give you a raffle ticket. You go to the Girl Scout website and enter your number or phrase, whatever it is, on your raffle ticket. And you're entered to win 5 cases of Girl Scout cookies. Nothing wrong with that. So, give those little girls some money. I know that was my favorite part of being a Girl Scout was cookie time. I loved it. And they had the little daisies out there today. You know, kindergarten, first graders. I'm a sucker. Like, you know, you can buy this same cookie. This one. There are many that, and this one is my favorite. Oh my gosh. And a couple other ones. You can buy at the grocery store throughout the year a little cheaper than those cookies. Give those little girls some money. Same thing with Boy Scouts. When they sell popcorn, of course, you can buy it cheaper at the grocery store. Give those kids some money. And here's the other thing with Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. If you don't want the product that they are selling, give them a little donation. And this is what I didn't realize until my boys were selling popcorn. The donations that they get to keep 100% of that money. Cookies and popcorn, they only get to keep a portion. So, give them some money. All organizations have their problems. Overall, they're great organizations. So, give them some money. Get some cookies. You'll be happy. Okay. Number 2. I'm going to show you my February progress. I did not get all 9 houses done, but I got 2/3 of them done. I got 6 of the 9 done. So, I'll show you those. And I'll tell you, I did make a couple of changes. So there's one of them with the reindeer in the front. And I don't know which ones are which, except for the first one. I do know which one is the first one, so I'll tell you about that. And I'm not going to give the charts away until I'm finished with all 9, and then I'll give them all away together as one group. There's that one. And I love that sparkly tree. See that gold sparkly tree? And I thought I was not going to like stitching that because, number 1, it's all in gold metallic. And the ornaments are lettuce leaf. But I thought, oh, that's going to be a pain in my behind to stitch. But it really was not bad. And it actually is one of the favorite parts that I stitched of this whole shooting match. So there's this one. A lot of little pink houses. And you can't really see on there, and I can't get the camera to focus because it wants to focus on the sparkly in the background on the fabric. All of these little trees have stitches that are done with just one thread of the 4-leaf clover. So they look a little bit like little feather trees. So there's the church. I do know this one is number 5. And it goes in the center if you're stitching them all 9 together. And I love this one. I love the ones that are this, the color of these houses are, this color is lettuce leaf. And I love that thread. It is just a beautiful thread. This one is number 2. This one is number 1. And those are all I got stitched. I'll show you the progress on the other ones. These are all pressed. Now, let me tell you the changes I made. And I'll show you the other ones too while we're at it. And I am coming to you from my actual pajamas today. Part of the reason I didn't film in February is I had terrible sciatica. And it's still not great. One moment. Okay. So that was one thing. Another thing was I had a family member that we got some possibly worrying news that turned out to be nothing. So we were waiting on some test results from that, and I just couldn't get it together. So okay, so this one is not finished, and I think this is either number 7 or number 8. I'm not far from finished, but I am just over stitching all this snow. That, oh, that's the back, first of all. Okay, this is number 9 house. I do know that. I didn't get very far on that one. And this one is probably about half finished. So, and even though I felt really bad, I did stitch at least a little bit every day. I still did, we had the retreat in Orange Beach, around my birthday, and Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche was there. My birthday's on the 7th, her birthday is on the 9th, and we celebrate together. So, but I didn't feel great at the beach. Also did, the stitch day in Elizabethtown. I felt okay for that day. It just kind of comes and goes, and it's awful. It's awful. I don't want any of you to experience it. It's ugly. Okay, so let me tell you about the change that I made, and I'm really kind of excited about it. The first change that I made was, see the little snowman there? And really, the camera just wants to focus on the sparklies in the background. Okay. It called for his little eyes and the little buttons on his belly to be the same color as his hat, which is gingerbread. And I didn't like that, because I've never seen a snowman with brown eyes and buttons. So I just changed it to black. I just used some 310. Okay, and then all of the little glitter village that I showed you, the sparkly gold tree. So they all have little bits of the metallic in them. It calls for Krynic for no, it calls for a Vera Soie metallic braid, which I didn't have. Or the alternative was DMC 738, which I didn't like. So I thought I could use Krynic, but I really don't like Krynic. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and they have a DMC product, and it is called either Diamant or Diamant. It's Diamant. And it is a 3-stranded metallic. You can't really tell there, but it's 3 strands. And I used all 3 strands. See how that separates it out there. I used all 3 strands. It does not, now you still need, like any metallic, it's going to be a little bit brittle. So you need to use shorter lengths. You know, it is what it is as far as metallics go. And it will fray just a little on the end that goes through the needle, of course, where you're pulling it through the fabric. But this is the best metallic, and look how shiny it is. This is one of the best metallic products that I've used in all my years of stitching. I'm going tomorrow to see if they have any of the pearlescent, like that would be equivalent to 032 in chronic, and see if they have that. They had like 4 or 5 colors. I was looking specifically for the gold, so I didn't really pay attention to what the other colors were. I know there was a silver and I think a red and green at my Hobby Lobby. I don't know. All Hobby Lobbies may be different. They all may be the same. I don't know. It was $2.49 for the spool, and you got, oh, shoot, you get a lot on it. Just poked myself with my needle. You get 38.2 yards for that, and you can use your 40% off coupon for that, so that's a good deal. I forget how much is on a spool of chronic braid. And then, so the ones I finished, I have I've pressed them all nicely with Best Press, and I put them on a wooden pant hanger, and I hang them up so they won't get wrinkled until I finish, till I finish the next one. So keep those hung so they don't get all wrinkly. Okay, so what are my March plans? Well, I've already started. So the first thing I've started is this way. Okay. Uber Shamrock by Bent Creek. I think, and this is called, I think it's just called, it's Pearl Gray. That's what it's called. 32 count Pearl Gray. It's not a hand dyed. It's just a regular Swigert linen, or Witchell linen. I had to cut the piece 12 by 13. Oh, let me go back and say this about the Glitter Village that I did. If you want to stitch that on your own, I think you could substitute also. It calls for 6 5-yard skeins of bamboo from Classic Colorworks. I think you can substitute white or winter white for that. I substituted the metallic, and I think you could substitute the gingerbread on that as well. It doesn't have, you don't use a ton of it, and I don't see the variegation in it, you know, because it's not usually a big, like, there are 2 reindeer in there. Those are stitched with the gingerbread. The snowman's hat is stitched with gingerbread, so you don't use a ton of it, but there's not a lot of variegation. I say just use the DMC. The cherry tomato, you also won't use a ton of it, but there is good variegation in that one, and it's a nice color. I would hang on to the house colors, the roof colors, which are blue beadboard, lettuce leaf, all classic color works. Blue beadboard, lettuce leaf, cobbled peach, pink posy, pebble beach, and brown hen are the browns, the roof colors. So I think I would stick with those. But I think the white, the bamboo, substitute it, and the gingerbread, substitute that. So this is what Uber Shamrock is going to look like. And there are 3 little buttons down here at the bottom. So that's what I'm working on today. And I think that I don't think I'm stitching on anything too big for March. Got some haul over here I'm going to show you. It's about to hit the floor. And these are the colors. It uses 4 colors of Weeks Dye Works. And I'm missing one of them. I don't know where it is. It's just here. Well, it was onyx, so it's black. Here are the green. The shamrock is this collards, and then it uses artichoke. For this is where it uses the artichoke. This swishy, the top swishy, and this very no, and the grass. So the top swishy here and the grass under his feet are artichoke. The pecan, which is this color, is used in his beard. And I think you could substitute that. And then the rest of it, the rest of the colors are DMCs, browns and greens, and some white. Show those to you. So there's the DMC colors that it uses, 8 DMCs. Joanne, if you have a Joann's near you, one day next week, next Saturday, next Sunday, when I'll be at market, is having a DMC floss sale. Okay, so what else? This Kindred Stitcher made me do. Not this one specifically, but the Pineberry Lane Little Shamrocks. And I think I'm going to stitch this one. I haven't made up my mind. I'm either going to do them on the same pearl gray. I may do everything in March on pearl gray. I don't know. Or Selkie from Under the Sea Fabrics. I haven't quite decided. And I haven't done a floss toss yet, so I'll let you know. And it's Kindred Stitcher made me do this because she showed, and I'm also going to do, there's a trio for Thanksgiving, and I forget what it's called, but I've gotten onto these and I love them. And again, all DMC. Here's the DMC colors. Browns and greens and rusts and golds. Pretty. A little bit of white in there. And this one looks white, but it is not. It's brown. Kind of a straw color. So, all those. Ecru for the dresses. So, that's another thing. Also, while I was at the beach, I sorted out all my projects. You know, I told you I was going to have 100 starts. I am not doing March Madness and I am not doing Mania because October, November, December are going to be my Madness and Mania all rolled into one. Because at the beach, I sat down and I spread everything out because we're in this gigantic meeting room. I spread everything out and I had planned up through April what I was going to stitch. And I thought, I got to get the rest of this together because retreats are coming and stuff's going on and I need to know what I'm doing. So, I felt good about everything. I got up to October, November, December. I had more projects for December than I had days to start them. Crazy. I know, it's crazy. But I'm going to do it. So what I did was I moved around the projects. I moved the projects from that I was going to do in July to June, I think. Because I didn't really have a whole lot in June. So I moved my July projects to June. And I'm going to do Christmas in July. I love Christmas. Okay, this is another March Seasons of Change row. I love it. I love Bent Creek. They're back and I'm so glad. I was so sad when I thought they were gone. And I haven't pulled all the threads for this, but I will show you the Weeks Dye Works. And I think it uses Gentle Arts too. Let me see. And this one doesn't have any buttons or anything special. Yeah, Gentle Arts. I have the Gentle Art threads. I just haven't pulled them yet. So, but I'll show you the Weeks Dye Works. I have pulled the Weeks Dye Works for it. For Gentle Arts, it uses Harvest Basket, Old Blue Paint, Dark Chocolate, and Brethren Blue. So, but I'll show you the Weeks Dye Works. I'm excited about starting this one. I think it'll go fast. The rows usually do. Okay, so here's the Weeks Dye Works that will, such a rich, pretty palette. So basically I'm missing a couple of blues and another brown. Not a pretty, rich, autumny palette. Pretty. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So I'm excited about that one. And I forget which one of these that I'm supposed to be doing while I'm at market. Although I am going to have a couple of stitching days at market. So I do the retreat during market time. So I go over and shop. People aren't allowed to enter market. It is strictly a wholesale situation. So what I do is I go over and shop. I bring it back to the meeting room so you get first look at it. And then you have a little form that you fill out for me. Anything that you want, I go back and buy it. I bring it to you. You leave with it for the most part. Because they do sell out of things at market. You know, they can only bring so much. So, and if I don't have it at market, then I ship it to you. You know, they ship it to me when they get home, which is generally that same week. And generally the next week I ship it out to you if there are things that I can't get there. So, and it does happen, you know, and you never know because there are things that sell out quickly. And there are things that, you know, they have a ton of. So, and you never know till you get there because they have all their models stitched there for us to look at. And we've said all 1,000 times, right, that seeing the model makes a huge difference. The models don't always translate well to pictures. Rarely do they translate well to pictures. So when we get there and we can see all the models and we go, oh my goodness, or how they finished it, sometimes makes all the difference. How it's presented makes a huge difference. So it's a lot though. I'm so tired by the end of the day on Saturday. We get to go in from 6 to 9 on Friday night. Now, not everybody is open for the early birds. So I try to get as much done Friday night as I can possibly get done. 3 hours sounds like a lot. It's not. I may in that 3 hours get to 10 to 12 designers. So then we go in, I think 9 to 6 on Saturday. And I shop all day long. I don't stop for lunch. I drag my poor mama along. Might have to pull her around in the wagon. And I have a wagon or a suitcase that I put all my things in so we can pull them along, because that stuff gets heavy. And it is an experience. And I'm usually so tired on Saturday by the time I go back to the meeting room. 2 years ago, after on Saturday night, I couldn't even walk. My feet hurt so bad. And then Sunday is a short day. And I think it's like 9 to 3. I try to get all of my shopping done on Saturday. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It just depends. 2 years ago at market, I was still shopping when they were closing the doors at 4 on Sunday. Like, I felt like I didn't get it all done. Last year, I was done by 5 o'clock on Saturday. So you never know. You never know. You just never know. And there's no way to really, like, I feel like I need to go into training for it, like a marathon. I didn't, but you never know how it's going to be. It's always good, right? But there are years that it is like really outstanding, and there are years that it's just good. Nothing bad, fun, but tiring. So Sunday, I try to go back and talk to anybody, because Saturday by far is the busiest day. Sunday is not crazy busy. So Sunday I try to go back and talk to any designers that I want additional information from. Any feedback that I've gotten that I think I need to go back and probably get more of that thing, I try to do that on Sunday. So, alright, next up. Clean and Green. It's the Leprechaun clothesline from Raise the Roof. All DMC again, which I like. I like the fancy flosses too. I love them. But, good old DMC. Nothing wrong with it. Look at those colors. I love it. Whoops. Wrong way. Look at those. Those are yummy. So I like that one. This is probably not going to be a market project. I think I've decided, even though I have them written down in pencil. I think I've decided which one is going to be my market project because it is the smallest project. Here is Irish Blessings by Twisted Threads. This is an oldie but goodie. Still available. Again, I have the flosses for this one. But I haven't pulled them yet. They're all sampler threads. Dried Time, Straw Bonnet, and Tarnished Gold. I'm going to stitch this one for sure on Selkie from Under the Sea Fabrics. Bought myself a whole yard of it to use on projects this year. I love it. It's a great color. It's a great neutral. I don't know if she's going to make it part of her full line. I suspect she is, because it's a good one. It's an awesome one. Okay, so I think this is my last project, and I think this is going to be my market project. because it's little. And I feel like I could get it done. And then, so Monday, we still have a retreat day left. And I actually get to sit and stitch all day long. So, that's what I do on Monday. Give myself a day to kind of decompress and breathe. There ain't much breathing. So this one, and you can't really see the words that are done in, the words that are done they're either, I think they're a light green. Those are not words, that's an alphabet. Tiny Shamrock Sampler. And there's one word right under Shamrock. Nope, those are letters too. So you've got A through R up here between the little shamrocks, and T through Z here between Shamrock and Good Luck. And I know I'm doing that on the pearl gray. And it calls for classic colorwork silks, but I'm not using them. I'm just using the DMCs, and it just uses 4 of them. This green, this gold, black, and white. Simple, easy peasy. So, I think that's going to be my market, because I feel like I can make some progress on it. So I do get to stitch some Saturday night. I get to stitch some on Sunday, and all day on Monday. So may go get a massage on Monday. There's a great place to get a massage in. Not Franklin, it's over in Nashville proper, but I like them. So next thing. So those are my plans for March. I'm carrying over 3 of the houses. I'm only counting that Glitter Village as a single project because that's how I'm going to finish it. So I feel like even though it's a series and technically it's 9 projects, I only count it as 1. So I'm carrying over that project from February, and I'm carrying over 1 project from January. So out of the 7 things I've started so far, I don't think that's too bad. I can live with that. 2021 is going to be the year of the whip. And I've already decided, I know this is insane. I'm trying to decide this far out, right? What I'm going to do for next year. But I have probably 80 to 100 whips. And I've decided that, because I'm always with Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche, and I'm seeing all her things. So, she's using 24 hours of cross stitch, the PDF thing that they did as her guide for this year. So their 24 hours of cross stitch calendar, or whatever it is that they did. So that's how I'm going to guide my stitching for next year. Kind of. I've got at least 12 things of that 80 or 100 that are very, very close to finishes. So I'm going to try to get my 12 finishes. So I'll get my finish, 1 finish a month. And then I'm going to use 24 hours of cross stitch, assuming they do another calendar, as my guide for next year. Their little acrostics and all those kind of things that they do. That's what I'm gonna do to guide my stitching for next year. Okay, now I told you a little bit about the Orange Beach, Alabama retreat. Please come if you can. Man, it is a great retreat. It is, it's right on the beach. Our meeting room is oceanfront. The rates, it's 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I think it's $70 for the meeting room fee. Um, and then the room rates for oceanfront, because we're not in season, although it is very, very warm still there that time of year. I mean, it's not hot, but it's comfortable. You can go out and walk on the beach. Now the water is cold. The Gulf is cold. You can't, unless you're a daring soul, you can't swim in the ocean. You can't go out and play in the ocean. There is an indoor pool there, hot tub. Oceanfront rooms last year I think were $109 plus tax per night. You don't have to wait for food. You don't have to wait in line for anything you want to do. Everything's still open for the most part. It's just a great time to be there. And it's a beautiful setting. It's a huge room. And I can even expand it more if I need to. We only use half of it. And I can use the other half for not much more. So I love that retreat. So while I was there, like I said, I celebrated my birthday. And let me show you what my friends gave me. Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. We're all sisters. Me and Jennifer, Bridget, her youngest sister, who is my twin sister from another mister. We have so much in common, it is insane. Sharon, her older sister, and Lisha, another honorary sister. All had these t-shirts. We wore them like our uniform that day. She got this at Bucky's. If you don't know about Bucky's, you can go online and look it up. You can't really know about Bucky's. You've got to experience Bucky's. It's a gas station. It is the Walmart of convenience stores and gas stations. I don't know what else to say about it. They have everything there. Prepare to spend a full hour there. They've started out in Texas, and now there's 2 locations in Alabama. But you got to go there. So these were our Bucky's t-shirts that she brought me, and we all wore them when we went out to the Whacked Out Wiener for lunch and the yard. The yard made me ill. And there's the back of it. Isn't that adorable? The beaver is their mascot. I kind of get the side eye when I wear it out and people don't know what Bucky's is. So there's and it is Buccees. If you want to look it up online, you can't order online. They have these fabulous things called beaver nuggets. They are like the butter puffy popcorn puffs, and they're caramelized. There's nothing like them in the world except more of them. They are delicious. They have cheese ones. It seems like they have another kind, and if you mix them together, well, there's nothing better. So, and their claim to fame is they have the cleanest bathrooms in Texas, and I believe they do. And when you go into the stall, you get a full door. Clean, like there is a person in the bathroom that it is their whole job just to keep it clean. It's awesome. It's an awesome place. I love Bucky's. Someday I'll tell you. We drove down to the Mirabilia retreat in San Antonio. And I have to tell you my Bucky story sometime. Not today, but it was funny. We stopped at the one in Katy, which is on the west side of Houston, and we were so punchy. Me and my husband drove. Oh my gosh, like by the time I got to Houston, I was ready to turn around and go home. Like I was just like, I can't anymore. I cannot be in this van anymore. But then Bucky's arose out of the desert of Texas, and the day was saved. Lisha got me this because I'm obsessed with these memes. Smudge, and these crazy ladies over here. I know this one is Kyle Richards. I don't know who this lady is, but I love the Screaming Lady. I watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I'm obsessed with them. And if I ever got the chance to go spend the day with those crazy people, just a whole day, I would be so happy I wouldn't be able to stand it. They're crazy, but I love it. Okay. So, I'll show you my birthday haul now. And one thing I forgot, because I did get the 35 new colors of DMC as a birthday gift, but I don't know where they are. I don't know what I did with them. It doesn't matter. Oh, and one other thing that we got at retreat. I've forgotten a lot of stuff. Just haven't. I'm not on top of it. But at the retreat, Memory and Amy from Barefoot Needle Arts, go check them out. They're on Flosstube, and they also have a website that I'll link underneath. Donated a chart. I think it was called Beauty and the Beach. It's the flamingo. It's adorable. So I'm going to stitch that for, I'm going to stitch that and have that as a model. There were waxers in there. And one lovely lady who came, Renee Paul. And I do have this somewhere here on my messy desk. I brought it in here. Maybe I'll find it under the rest of the junk here. Brought us these beautiful thread. Oh, here it is. These beautiful thread keepers. Look at that. It's got a little seashell, little flip-flops, and that little, these are like little mermaid scales on a big floss ring. So people bring gifts to share. Renee Paul is Gazelle's Needlework on Flosstube and Instagram. So you can go watch her. She was a lovely, lovely lady. Okay, so here's the other thing that Jennifer told me that I needed. And I do everything Jennifer tells me to do. Or I at least intend to do everything Jennifer tells me to do. Well, I get her in more trouble than she gets me in, because I make grand plans and then she doesn't. Sorry, Jen. She knows I love her though. Okay, so this is the clipboard, and she puts her little chart on there. If this is not a chart, it's just a piece of paper. So she'll put her chart on there. So she has that while she's watching Flosstube. So she has her chart that she can, you know, highlight as she's stitching. And then when she needs to make notes, ta-da! Big, nice legal pad in there. So you can make notes while you're watching the Flosstube. I haven't made any notes while I'm watching the Flosstube because number one, I'm behind. And number two, I just got this. I got it at Tuesday mornings, and I think it was like $4.99. You can get them at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Walmart, I think. She said she got hers. And really sturdy, great little thing. So I'm going to take that with my stitching. Get ready for Flosstube. A little bit behind on Flosstube just because, like I said, I haven't been feeling well. Haven't felt like really watching anything or doing anything. And it's passing though. That's passing. Except now we're supposed to get more rain. Y'all, whoever, if you guys are praying for rain for California or Australia, God bless you. Be specific. Because we have had enough rain in Tennessee. I don't know who's praying for rain. They need to stop it right now. I'm done. And we've got 3 more days of rain coming up this week. Heavy rain. I can't. I'm moldy. I'm done with the rain. Okay. So, here's the last of my birthday stash. And then we'll do some giveaways. And I had one that was unclaimed from January. So, I'm going to give that away again. So here we go. But this is my birthday stash. So those were my gifts from my friends. So I bought myself from my husband. I love him. Frosty's Night Out. I love that. It's so unlike anything that Blackbird Designs does that I don't know. I love Snowman and I love Blackbird Designs. That's it. That's all I needed to know. Birds of a Feather, Remember Me. Jen made me do it. She stitched it. I saw it. I bought it. That's it. More black. I think most of the rest of it's Blackbird Designs. Raven Bewitched. What's not to love about that? Listen to my maniac dogs. I don't know if you can hear them. Sounds like they're tearing down the house. Love that one. The little Quaker stars. I don't think it's one color. No, it's not. It's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 colors. It doesn't look like there would be that many, but there are. Patchwork Pumpkin. Cute. Raise a Glass of Cheer, because I don't have any New Year stitching and I needed it. That works, right? I don't know when I'm going to stitch it. Might not ever, but I own it. Bittersweet September. There's that. Okay, now these my mother got me for Christmas, but I'm thinking about starting a hashtag. Hashtag Dina made me do it. Dina Half Stitch. Somebody sent her one of these and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing ever. So, and she got just one. Just one chart. I had to have the whole series. Because it's a series, right? Okay. There's January snapshot. These are Pine Mountain designs. You can buy them from them directly, I think. There's January. February was out of stock. So, but I've got it coming. So, there's March. April. Look at those little bunnies picking up in the little rubber boots. Oh, I can't. I love it. Even though I'm tired of rain, I need those rubber boots. Oh, rain. May. The bicycle. June. A little camping in the bear, the tent. July. That little boy with the flag. Isn't that cute? August. You know what I like about this? See this lady right here? She could be me. She's not a stick figure. That's a lady that's lived and seen things. Has children. Beat her down. September. Back to school. Although my kids always went back to school in August. October. Love everything about that. November, love everything about that. December, love everything about that. And this is the one that Dina got that got the whole thing started. Holy Night. So that's the Nativity one, which was an alternative to the Santa if you wanted a more religious than secular December. I'm going to stitch them both. It's fine. I have 2 Decembers. I wish I had 2 Decembers. Only get 1. Too bad. Okay. So, now, let's do the giveaways. I'm going back to do Snow God. Snow God was not claimed. So, Snow God, there's Snow God, Lizzie Kate. And it came with the threads as well. The person that won it didn't claim it, so I'm going now with Stitching in the Bluegrass, who's Jennifer, that I know. Jennifer, I'm not going to ship it to you. I want to bring it to you. How's that? I'll see her like mid-March, I think. If not mid-March, end of March, so I'll take it to her. Okay. Starlight, Starbright. There we go. Kelly Pruitt won that one. Again, Kelly comes to the Elizabethtown retreat or Stitch Day. And I did them at random.org. So, random.org picked them, but those 2 I can deliver. Long Winter, which was Bent Creek. I told you I love Bent Creek. Long Winter is going to Vicky Phelan. Phelan. I'll comment on your comment, and I will put a you can contact me at pajamastitcher@gmail.com, but I'll put my email underneath. For that one, we had 31 people that wanted that one. That was the most popular by far. Scatter Snowflakes had 24 people. And this was Scatter Snowflakes. And that is not a great picture. Julie Jenkins is the winner of Scatter Snowflakes. So, Julie, if you want to email me at pajamastitcher@gmail.com, I will get those in the mail. Kelly and Jennifer, I'm bringing you yours when I see you next. So, what's next? Because I don't have any charts to give away. And I'm at 1,019 subscribers, which is unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody that shows up every week and watches, or every 2 weeks. My buddy Chris at the Elizabethtown Day gave me a very nice compliment when I saw her last Saturday. It made me feel good. So, hey Chris, I'll see you on Saturday. So, but I need to do something, right? Because I have 1,019 subscribers. So what I've decided to do, because I have a online shop, I'm going to give away a $15 gift certificate to stitchingfun.com. Now, I struggled a little bit with this because I'm only one person, and I've got to do the retreats, I've got to do my eBay business, which I will also link underneath because I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, and then I've got the actual site that I use. So, the stitchingfun.com site, I update as often as I can. I am giving away a $15 gift certificate to the Stitching Fun website. If there are things that you want that are not on the site, I can order them, and those would be part of the $15 gift certificate. And when I send you the gift certificate, I will send you a list of distributors that you can look at their online catalogs, and I can order for you. The only thing you will not be able to use it for is retreat fees, which is the case with all of my gift certificates that I give away. If someone buys a gift certificate from my shop for you, you're welcome to use it on retreat fees, which is, I know, a weird thing, but that's just the way I've always done it. So if you would like to enter for the gift certificate, $15 gift certificate, tell me what your favorite thing from market was this time. Lots of previews on Instagram and other sites. There's an Instagram hashtag that I think is Nashville Market 2020 that you can see a lot of the things. A lot of the things will be coming out, so you'll be able to see those. And let's say you need to enter for that before March 15th. On or before March 15th. And then, so my next video will be, well, let's say on or before March 14th, because I'll record the next video on the 15th. So let's say on or before March 14th, you need to enter for the gift certificate. Fair enough? Fair enough. And if you plan to come to retreats, you can hang on to that gift certificate for that. Use it at retreats, however you want to do it. Okay, now, one last point of business is I'm changing the way I do retreats a little bit in terms of how I'm going to do my merchandise. I carry a lot of merchandise right now with me to retreats, and I still will carry that merchandise, but in order to keep it more current, some of my older merchandise I'm putting on my eBay store 15% off retail. Shipping for the first chart's $3.50, 25 cents for anything over that. Orders over $100 ship free. So I will link my eBay store underneath this video as well, so I can kind of move out some. And it's not old crusty merchandise. It's, most of it is from 2017 to 2019. So I want to start updating and make sure I have at least the current year's inventory that I carry with me to retreats. And I can only carry so much. I have a huge van that I take for retreats. It's 12 feet long, and I can stand up in it. I'm like 5'6", and I can stand up in it. My husband, who is almost 6 feet tall, can stand up in it. And when I go for retreats, it is packed full. As full as it can be. So I'm going to have to start making some choices, about what I can carry. So if you guys want to hop over there, it's Cross Threads Needlework on eBay if you don't want to, mess with the link underneath. But I will put that there for you. So I'm going back to stitching. I hope you guys have a great 2 stitchy weeks. I hope I survive market. I hope you guys survive market. Go buy Girl Scout cookies. I'll see you after market. I can't promise. I said I was going to do something from the beach and I didn't get to do it. I may try to do something from market. I don't know. Not from actual market. It's crazy. I just can't. A lot of people do, and God bless them. But I got to shop. I got stuff to do. So, priorities. So I may do something from the market retreat though, and show you guys some of the new stuff. We'll see. If I go talk to some designers on Sunday and they want to talk to you, we'll see. I don't know. But I won't give away the gift certificate until the next regular video that I do on the 15th. Okay? So get entered for that before March 14th. Tell me what your favorite market release was. Okay? So happy stitching. I'm going back to Uber Shamrock. Get that going. Maybe watch a little Flosstube tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long my back lets me stitch tonight. It's off and on. So, all right, guys. Thank you for coming in to visit with me. Thank you for coming back. If you're new, thank you for coming in. I'll see you next time. Bye.